All right, Jason. Now we're gonna go over some chipping fundamentals. So I know you're a good chipper, but the first thing we need to learn about chipping is how the sole of the club sets against the ground and how you use your bounce. I'd say that's probably the most important thing. So first I want to demonstrate. Okay, so if we have 8 degrees of bounce on our wedge, right?
Sure.
And we set it on the ground with the shaft perpendicular to the ground.
Okay.
Then we're using all 8 degrees. So we can hit the ground and it's still gonna bounce through.
Yep.
All right? Now, if we're forward pressing about 5 degrees or whatever that is, right?
Yep.
Now we've gotten rid of that 8 degrees of bounce.
Yep.
So if we miss, we hit the ground, club's gonna dig.
Yep.
So our miss isn't so good. So we wanna use the optimal part of the sole. So we just wanna, everyone swings a little different. So if you come in steep, you're gonna wanna use more bounce.
Yep.
You come in shallow, less, right? All right, so another thing is the initial takeaway. So we can have our shaft parallel and we're utilizing the bounce, but if our initial takeaway is we're picking the club up,
Yep.
so now the butt end pointed in, it's the same as being a forward press. You see
Sure.
that?
Yep.
So your initial takeaway, you want your hands
Coming back.
to come back with the club
Okay.
rather than just picking it up. So you don't want your hands coming back the entire time, but just your initial takeaway.
Yep.
All right, and then that allows you to your misses to, still have good results where you're gonna use the bounce and sole of the club. It's gonna glide off the ground.
Definitely.
All right, let's see what you got. Let's see your technique here. So, yep, you're pretty parallel, which is good. Do you know how much bounce you have on that club?
8.
8?
Yep. 8.
Yep. You go with a little bit of an open face, get the ball up in the air. All right, a little thin. All right. Remember, you want to use that bounce as your friend. Hit that ground. Just picking it up a little bit. Little thin, picking it up. Remember, hit that ground. There you go, that was better. That was better. All right, why don't we take a backswing, but go in like slow motion. Yeah, see, I think your butt end's coming this way a little bit. Yeah, there we go, that's better. There we go. All right, it's also a tough shot. We're chipping uphill into the grain, so.
Yep.
But surprisingly, that's you've thinned it. Your miss uphill into the grain is a chunk, so probably overcompensating for it. Beauty. All right, you notice how your club head is also passing through at the point of contact ahead of the hands?
Sure.
And when I say that, I mean right here, the club head is here and your hands are back. That gets the ball in the air and increases spin. The other way to do it would be, if you want to keep the ball low and decrease spin, your hands stay
Go
ahead
forward.
of the club. Yeah.
For this particular
For
shot.
this particular
though,
shot,
you
I
wanna
would
hit it
be,
higher.
yes, I would be sliding the club head through.
Yep.
All right, little skinny.
Good.
That's all right. That's the miss we're expecting to hit here. Or I should say the expected miss is a chunk. And that's almost like a mulligan without an extra shot. So we want to avoid those shots. There we go. A thin one, you still got a chance at the next one. All right, another thing. Go ahead. Yeah, another thing I'd like to focus on here in the short game, chipping in particular, would be our leg and lower body movement.
Sure.
I like to have little to no lower body movement at all, where they just stay really quiet. So that'll also limit our errors.
Yep.
Notice how mine just did not move?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, focus on that lower body, just really still. There you go. That's perfect. Feet are close together. Open stance. Everything's looking good. Perfect. Almost went in. All right, so this is where I would focus. 75%, 50 to 75% of your practice should be right here, chipping.
Yeah.
Chipping, you know, factor in a little putting. This is where you're gonna reduce strokes at a much faster rate than, say, keying in on the full swing. Beauty. All right, and on a good one. Perfect. Almost went in.
Nice.